We're back, movie fans. Finally, April is Autism Awareness Month, so this week we've got 3 films that help us understand the spectrum disorder a little better. I say disorder, but it's hard to see it that way when those with autism are capable of so much. I'm not an expert, and the writers of these films aren't either, but each movie shares the same noble message. Being on the spectrum might mean different, but not limited. First up, we're taking a stroll with young Fred Savage, which, side note, he's adorable and hilarious in this. And I have to warn you, these special effects coming down the street could blow your mind. This is The Boy Who Could Fly. Now, I realize even the title gives 80s TV movie vibes, but don't let it fool you. This is a really well-told story. A struggling family moves next door to an autistic boy who only dreams of flying. Ignored by everyone but the family's daughter, she helps him come out of his shell, and he gives her a new view. And really, considering the year and the budget, this movie has some cool visual moments. It was made by Nick Castle, who also directed Dennis the Menace, and he was the original Michael Myers Shape in Halloween. This also has some great supporting character actors. Maybe the best is the alcoholic uncle played by Fred Gwynne, also known as Herman Munster. My favorite line is from the teacher, who says, "He always dreamed of flying, so maybe if you wish hard enough and love long enough, anything is possible." Next, prepare to see a number of stereotypes shattered in Please Stand By. Dakota Fanning plays a young woman with autism who's fixated on Star Trek. She escapes from her caregivers and heads to LA to submit a script she wrote for an episode. Her determination and charm keep you rooting for her the whole way, but we see how hard it would be for family members of someone on the spectrum to give the proper amount of space. When narrating Spock's lines from her script, she says, "Because space is so vast and time is so long, it's so easy to get lost." And last, checking the mail is one of a great many things to be mastered by little man Tate. Fred Tate's a very gifted little boy raised by single mother Jodie Foster, also the film's director. The dialogue never blatantly says Fred has autism, but it's alluded to, and I believe the character is an accumulation of several people on the spectrum. A professor who sees Fred's potential sets him on a path of success, which creates a struggle between his potential and being a kid. But his cool journey is paved with interesting new friends. When wrapping everything up in his narration, Fred recalls a fortune cookie he once got that said, "Only when all things around you are different will you truly belong." And here's where you can stream this week's choices. The Boy Who Could Fly is free with ads on Tubi. You can also find Please Stand By on Tubi and on Plex. And Little Man Tate is Surprise on Tubi, Pluto TV, and MGM+. I promise I'm not trying to push Tubi, they just have a lot of hidden gems. That's this week's watch list. For more on my movie recommendations, hit up our spot on WCBI.com. I'll be back next week with 3 more. Until then, as always, leave the criticism, take the cannoli.